you have 1,000 followers. Here's how I monetize. Every second person you see on Instagram, on YouTube nowadays as a growth operator, and he's telling you how to monetize your audience with digital products, physical products, whatever they're trying to sell you is what they're talking to you about. But I'll tell you like an honest, no bullshit way, if someone from my family had 1,000 followers and they needed to monetize, I'm not here to tell them anything. I gain nothing from it. This is exactly how I do it. And I'm going to be very, very honest. I'm not going to make money from pushing you in any directions. In fact, the real true answer, as with everything in life, is usually a mix of everything. There's nuances in everything, but you need a roadmap to grow up and to make money. So if you have 1,000 followers, let's say on YouTube, this is exactly how I'd monetize. I'm not going to tell you not to sell a digital product. I'm not going to tell you not to do anything. Right, okay, before we even start, you have to understand that making money is a long-term game. Depending on how far you can stretch your time horizon, how long you want to be in this, is basically help determine how big the bucket gets when you choose to pull the rug. When you grow online, whether you're a creator or you post content in any way, you're building up this invisible imaginary thing called brand equity. And this thing, like it's this amorphous term and it's amorphous object. It doesn't exist, you can't feel it. But the more you give value to the world, the bigger it gets, the bigger it gets, the bigger it gets. And at any point in time, however big it is, you can cash out that brand equity and turn it into money when you choose to monetize. And depending on how much brand equity you've built, that's how much money you can get out of it. And when you turn that into money, for example, you sell a course or you sell something, that brand equity you've built up turns into money. You get the money in your pocket, but now you've got to start from scratch with this brand equity. And you have to rebuild that trust with your audience that you're not a full sellout. Now, the one thing to note here is you can cash out whenever you want to, but just know the earlier you cash out, the smaller the pie will be. And the more time you can have to restart if you want to play the long game anyway. And the second thing is you have to be efficient with the way you choose to cash out, because there can be times when you have this much brand equity built out, but the way you chose to cash it out was really, really poor, and you lose all this brand equity and you make like next to no money as well. And then you end up in a lose-lose situation, which is why it's really important to know how long you're in the game for and you monetize or cash this out using the right vehicle in the right way. So for the sake of this game, I'm going to assume that you're in this for the long run. We need a sustainable way for as this brand equity amorphous thing gets bigger and bigger, we obviously need money to live and to grow the business. We turn this huge brand equity into a little bit, we get some money out, and then we keep it growing over time and over time. And we bring the money out in a sustainable way so that we don't lose this brand equity, this thing we built up, and we actually get cash in our pocket. So you're at 1,000 followers and we know that we want to grow bigger. We want to provide more value to the world. This is how I'd monetize. Number one, early on, depending on which niche you're in, if you can get a really, really good affiliate or sponsorship, they're a great way to get cash in your pocket, but with a huge caveat that this affiliate or sponsorship has to be extremely aligned with what you do. For example, if you're in the ecom space, like a lot of dropshippers out there, they will have affiliate links being like, hey, if you guys want to try ecom or want to try this new strategy that I'm talking about, use Shopify. I have a link in my description. Now, every time a viewer clicks that link, the guy that made the content gets a small kickback affiliate from Shopify. But in this scenario, since the product of Shopify is so good, both people actually get value out of it. The user, the guy that watched the dropshipping video, uses Shopify and it's an amazing product. It's probably the best commerce product out there. They get value out of it. And the guy that referred them also gets value from it from Shopify. Although it might not be as much as if someone hypothetically created their own commerce platform to compete with Shopify and asked you to come in, it's still a decent amount of money. But the most important thing over here is when you cash out your brand equity, this form of cashing out is when you have an exceptional product that you're promoting. Your equity, your brand equity thing doesn't really move. It just stays still because you don't actually trade any brand equity from it. You just get some cash out. So if you're early on and you can get a really, really good deal for an amazing product or a sponsorship from them, then it's a great way to get cash in your pocket. And now when you're really small, these big, amazing products normally won't reach out to you. Shopify won't come to you and be like, hey, promote my product. In fact, they might not even take you into a special partner program where they give you good affiliates, but you'll have to find these companies. A great way to go about this is to look at amazing products that you use and find ways where you can reach out to the company and then be monetized by them. Shopify, maybe not, but for example, if I was a tech content creator and I recently bought this new iPhone, I love this Arc phone case. It keeps your phone like open, but it protects it just on the edges. I like the way it looks. I like the way I get to hold my phone. And then if I drop it, it's protected. I actually think this is a great product. If I was a tech reviewer, I would reach out to these guys and be like, hey, I love your product. I think it can bring hella value to my audience. Can we work out some sort of deal where if someone buys using my code, you give me like 10% of each sale I make. Now, the average person wouldn't have access to this deal, but you might. And they might say yes to you because you've gone and done the effort of reaching out to them. And they might not be bothered to reach out to you because you only have 1,000 followers. If you can find affiliate deals like these are a great way to get cash into your pocket. Now, you want to be doing this and hunting for these and like slowly using this to monetize your brand equity all throughout your entire process, because using affiliates and sponsorships for great products doesn't actually damage your brand equity. Maybe if you overdo it, maybe if you're promoting it every 2 seconds in your videos, then of course, yeah. But just having a link in the description or mentioning it here and there as if it was a normal conversation doesn't damage your brand equity, and actually makes you money. Because in a way, you're actually providing value to the person on the other end of the screen that's watching you. Like if I listen to a podcast and the podcaster, had a sponsorship where they told me to buy this amazing backpack, and I went and bought it because that podcaster told me to buy it. But as a result of buying that backpack, my life quality was like hella increased. I got value out of it, the company got value out of it, and the podcaster got value out of it. It's a real way of adding value to the world where it doesn't take away from anyone. It's not a zero-sum game. Everyone wins. And that's why throughout your entire growth process as you go up, you want to be doing this all the time. Now, the next way to monetize that you can do simultaneously while you have this or when you have a small follower count will end up being a digital product of some sorts. And the reason for this, as like trendy it is now to sell a digital product or a course, courses were like the OG digital products back in the day, is because a product like this, you can create real value and quite a lot of it for your small audience. Like let's say you do videos on like car parts. You can sell an ebook or a PDF of like the best car parts for certain types of models of cars and the best places to get replacements or get them fixed or the best tools, etc. And in a way, that PDF you can sell for like 40 bucks. It costs you nothing to make, and every sale you get is like directly tied into your audience, and every sale you get makes you $40. Whereas if you were to sell someone that was like makeup like ashwagandha, not only would it not resonate with them, but like you're gonna have to manage an entire e-commerce business behind this, and you won't make as much money as you possibly could from doing something like this. But if you can get that product market fit right and that like resonates super with your 1,000 followers, then this is a great way to monetize. That's why people like Alex Hormozi and Iman Ghazi are promoting these softwares like WAP and School, because to be very honest, like these are going to be the platforms where you can sell digital products, you can sell information. And very specific niche information too. And the thing with digital products is you can iterate these time and time over and over again. Like an example of this is someone whose digital product I actually bought recently was when I bought this new phone. I'm getting into cinematography and filming, and as I'm filming, I'm like, dude, I need to like be able to color grade my footage. I need lots. And this YouTuber I watch a lot, Tyler Stallman, he makes amazing content on filming with an iPhone or just filming in general and color grading. And then if you go to his website, he sells digital products. He sells LUTs for iPhones. He sells presets. He sells these digital products that he can change over and over again. You can drop more ones, and they genuinely provide heaps of value to me. And the thing is, right, it might have taken him a couple of hours, however long it took him to make this LUT. But every time he makes a sale, all of this $30 that he sells goes into his pocket. All of it. Whereas if he would sell like a supplement or something else, only half would go into his pocket, and there's not that many margins on this, and his audience right now might not be too in tune with exactly what he's interested in or talking about. And this is all cool if you plan to have like a relatively small following and you don't plan to get any bigger, or you want something short term and quick, if you want like a quick cash grab. But here's the thing, if you want to take this all the way, if you want like real money, automated stuff, and like almost like a form of legacy, something that represents you more than just like a digital version, you need a company, like a real enterprise level company. And there's two parts to this company. One is a software. If you want to go on the software SaaS route, which by the way is extremely difficult to do. Finding product market fit as a SaaS, building a SaaS, the amount of money that you have to put into it, the amount of time, effort, developer time, upfront cost, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions with funding to build a really good software that aligns with your audience and then grow that software is insanely hard. It's one of the hardest things to do, is to build a software startup. People dedicate their entire lives to doing things like these. And I'm not here to discourage you and say that you can't. Maybe you could. You could be the one person that's super technically adept, knows how to run a business, knows how to run a software startup and also a content channel at the same time. But I've seen way too many horror stories of people trying something like this and then it's just throwing money down the drain, because even if this works, it kind of makes your channel obsolete. But in my opinion, if you plan to go the entire way, what you're going to end up doing is building a real, strong, solid, physical product ecom brand. And if you don't believe this, then every single creator out there is a proof point of this. KSI and Logan Paul are billionaires now because of Prime. Mr. Beast launched Feastables. Every artist has their own clothing and merch line. Young Thug has one of the most popular and trending streetwear clothing lines. Tyler, the creator, has his own fashion label, Golf Wang, that he got collaborations with Louis Vuitton on. Drake launched his own perfume brand. Billie Eilish has her own cologne. And the thing is, either you build one and you get your own brand, or you'll be forced to promote someone else's. Speed doesn't have his own brand. He makes money off street. He makes a lot of money, but even now he has an equity deal with Prime where he promotes Prime. He uses his brand equity and is giving to Prime to manage. So the thing is, if you're going to build one eventually, if you're going to go all the way and you want to build a business that works without you, because the digital product is not like, sure, you can make a couple sales, but the business itself, the day you stop posting, the business is gone. Like, it's not worth anything. You're not making any money. But a physical product brand, you could build this to work without you. Your channel could die and this could still be selling. Conor McGregor, he hasn't been in the UFC for like 3-4 years. You don't know what he's up to. But his brand, Proper 12, the whiskey brand, is still selling across the world globally. It's literally in the bottle shop down the road and I'm in Australia. But because the generation that we're in right now, because of the advancements in ecom, the advancements in fulfillment, the advancements in technology, you no longer need expertise or skill or an insane amount of ecom knowledge or money or capital to create your own physical product brand. You now have suppliers that will do on-demand printing. This brand, this Rira brand of ashwagandha supplement brand, you know how much it cost me to build this entire business from scratch? Entire website, have this all labels all done, have people ready to buy at any point in time? $0. And I'm not saying that you have to start this when you've gone big. The thing is, you can start this right here alongside everything else and just keep it in the back. You can create affiliates rather than you being an affiliate for someone. As you grow your channel, you grow your brand. Rather than you promoting someone else's affiliate, why can't you go ahead and get someone to be your affiliate? Other creators should be promoting your brand. And then as you grow, you bring this up faster and faster, because if you're gonna get there inevitably, if you want to make money, like actual money inevitably, then the earlier you start and the earlier you keep it in the background running, growing, the better it is for you. The faster you can attract investors, the faster you can attract more affiliates, the faster you can grow your company and have something that will stay with you forever. Because let's say you do content, you're a creator and post on any platform, whatever it is, for 3 years. After 3 years, your digital product business is gone. Your affiliates, they're all gone. But after 3 years, you could exit a business that does like 200K revenue a year. These are really rookie numbers, by the way. 200K revenue for an ecom business is a rookie number. But let's say your business is doing that. You could exit it and sell the business for like $500,000 or up to $1 million. And then you have that cash with you. You can't sell a digital product business. You can't sell an affiliate business unless it's a systemized automatic machine. And the only way you're going to achieve that is by building your own physical product ecom brand.